Welcome back to part 3 of my journey cycling the entire length of New Zealand. So far I'd cycled approximately 600 miles from Cape Reinga right to the top of the North Island to Pipiriki. It was now time to make the final push for Wellington and complete the North Island. This is Finn, by the way. Finn is a self-described soil enthusiast from Wellington, New South Wales, Australia. He had a proper gravel bike with a lighter setting than I did, a perfect excuse for me whenever he dropped me on the climbs.
She's a slog. She is a slog. Not far to go now.
What's the Garmin say?
Well, nearly at the top of this massive spike. It must be like maybe a couple hundred metres.
After reaching the crest of the Whanganui River road climb, we descended and enjoyed a long flat section into town, where we promptly found a pub that was serving hearty food, specifically palmies, which are chicken schnitzels with tomato and melted cheese on top. The beach near Whanganui was one of my favourites in the whole of New Zealand. Wide beaches, smooth, dark volcanic sand. The waves were powerful too. We got the $2 lift up to the lookout on Jury Hill, which gave us panoramic views of Whanganui. After that, we scrounged a bacon and egg pie and pedalled eastward. Finn pulled some good turns on the front, and we made decent progress.
So we're on the way to Hunterville, just about 25 k's east of Whanganui. It's Finn taking a piss. Pretty beautiful day. Skies are out, but it's not super scorcho like it's been for the past week or so. So highs of about 22, 23 degrees, so it's pretty lovely. But just need to make sure I keep the old sun cream applied because UV is probably going to be pretty high. Happy Waitangi Day. It's a bank holiday, so roads are pretty quiet. Oh, there aren't too many actually.
Pineapple tea.
Oh yeah.
After making meatballs and pasta with the trusty Jetboil and MSR stoves, we got some shut-eye in preparation for one of the longest days of the trip so far.
What do you reckon, Will?
Bit of gravel.
Bit of gravel.
Albeit I am going at about 6 miles an hour.
Whoa, speed.
So it's 8:30 in the morning. We've headed out of Hunterville and we're probably 10 to 15 k's down the road. We've just been on gravel for the last half an hour and we've reached this crest and we're just descending down and it's just absolutely beautiful. Like, there's this kind of mist that's just hanging in amongst the hills. And these hills remind me of the region around Masterton and where the Shire is, but it's just, New Zealand is just, it's just stunning. Absolutely stunning. Mate, if you cycle down, they might move.
After 60 kilometres of riding, we stopped in Apathy for steak and chips. It was the best cooked steak in New Zealand so far for me. We rolled into Ashhurst just after 6 PM that day and promptly purchased beers and a takeaway curry that we precariously balanced on our handlebars to the local campground. It amazes me how much you think about food on a long distance bicycle tour.
We're about 10 miles into today's ride, starting from Ashhurst, and we're approaching Palmy, aka Palmerston North. I've got about 100 k's planned today, aiming to get over towards Masterton. However, we've been informed by the locals that it's going to be very hot, so hydration is going to be even more of a focus today. Oh yeah.
The locals were right, the UV was extreme. Even by late morning you could feel yourself cooking. Finn wasn't feeling too great. We stopped at a bakery mid-afternoon to get our strength back and we were given free sarnies. Kiwis are a proper generous bunch. After I had pitched my tent in Masterton, I promptly found a doner kebab and demolished it. After some quick, cruisy miles, we rolled into Martinborough, which appeared to be an epicentre for New Zealand wine. Vineyards were everywhere. I had a quesadilla and beer and coke. We met a chap called Berg that day from near Hamburg in Germany, who was riding a really cool surly touring bike. We'd ride the rest of the North Island together.
So we're less than 80 kilometres from Wellington now, so all being well we should be there tomorrow. We're just at the foot of one of the last big climbs of the North Island. It's about 350 metres in elevation gain, so we're just battling our way to the foot of it. We've got a bit of a headwind.
The climb of interest was called Cross Creek, which formed part of the Remutaka Rail Trail. It was an old railway track that cut into the mountain in 1878. It was decommissioned in the year 1955, and trees were planted in the late 50s, so the bush has regenerated since.
And you're basically riding through through really thick forest, but on a single track.
It took us about an hour to get to the top before an awesome descent.
It's like we've been descending forever.
Woo!
Fucking unreal.
We rolled into Upper Hutt just before dark. I was battered and sunburnt, but I was happy as Wellington was almost within reach now. We reached Wellington, aka Windy Welly, on the 10th of February 2025. My time there consisted of Mexican food, a hotel room, more Lord of the Rings filming locations, a sports massage, bouldering, and a trip to the Te Papa Tongarewa, where I saw some cool exhibitions, the most notable of which was on the infamous Gallipoli campaign that the Anzacs were a part of during World War I. The wax human sculptures were incredible to look at. The most important thing, however, was booking my ferry ticket across the Cook Straits to Picton. The South Island journey was about to begin.